You guys know I like to try and update you on previous reports when I can, and never more so when there is an image available where previously there was none. This is an update in part because the trial is still ongoing, but also because we now have an image of former Merseyside Police Constable Gavin Harper, the rather annoyed and allegedly controlling ex-police constable who battered a Merseyside police inspector after finding him with his estranged wife in the back of the inspector's Kia Sportage in a Screwfix car park where Acting Inspector Andrew McLullich was buttering Harper's wife's biscuit, so to speak. The last report was on Monday, but I will put a link to it up here and in the description just in case you missed it. Well, 45-year-old Harper has been facing his trial this week, which we briefly discussed in the last video, and since then Harper's ex-wife has taken to the stand to give her evidence to Liverpool Crown Court, who are trying the case over the charges of stalking and unlawful wounding against Gavin Harper. Not wounding against him, but the charges against him. The ex-Mrs Harper, now known as Stephanie Glynn, told the court that the pair's relationship had broken down and she had announced her plans to leave him in November 2020. She returned to the family home in December, but found the situation quickly deteriorated, leading to Harper taking her mobile phone on December the 15th and walking out with it. Which is a little bit odd because the information from the court on Monday said that she was on the sofa asleep when she was woken by Harper, who asked to borrow her phone. She handed it over and Harper then ran out to his car as he went to examine all the messages in a place where she could not stop him. But I can't say any more about that as it's a live trial. Since Monday's report, she has added, "I was confused as to what was happening. I think I went to the kitchen to go and get my work phone, but it wasn't there. So I went out to speak to my ex-husband. He was in the car with the engine on. I think I went to the front initially to speak to him. The window was open. I put my arm into the car trying to get my phone, which I think was in his hand. He then put the window up when my arm was still in the car, and it went all the way up to where I could not remove my arm from the window. I can't remember if I was trying to stop him from moving or trying to grab my phone. He started to drive slowly. I immediately panicked, thinking, oh my God, my arm's stuck in the car and he's going to drive off." She also confirmed to the court that following this incident, she had become paranoid that Harper seemed to be following her everywhere, and so decided to check her car to see if he was tracking her. She said she found a device under the driver's seat that was stuck on with duct tape. She then allegedly arranged to meet with Harper to confront him about it, which, when they met, he's alleged to have admitted to put it there, but could not see how it was wrong. Describing the incident where Acting Inspector Andrew McLullich got attacked, Miss Glynn said it was around 11:15 p.m. on February the 16th, 2021, when she drove to the romantic and serene setting of a Screwfix car park, where she did, in fact, have sex with the inspector in the back of his car. She told the court, "I heard one of the car doors open and the lights started to come on. I turned around immediately and I saw my ex-husband and I thought, oh my God, what's he doing here? He just started throwing punches right into Andy's face over and over again. I was just screaming and screaming at him to stop." Now, some of you might be wondering why, as police, they were at it in a public place and haven't got into trouble for it. Well, it would appear that the Sexual Offences Act 2003, although makes it an offence to have sex in public toilets, sex in public isn't in itself necessarily an offence anymore, unless it's witnessed or there's a reasonable chance, at least, two people of the public might see what's happening, in which case you could be charged with outraging public decency. Being in a Screwfix car park after hours makes it unlikely that anyone would turn up to find them and see what's actually going on, although it would still be a breach of professional standards rather than a criminal offence, so we will see at a later date whether the pair face a misconduct hearing for their actions. Anyway, after Inspector Loverboy got a pasting by the angered ex of Stephanie, they attended Edge Lane Police Station to report what had happened. Which again seems rather odd to me, seeing as they were in Birkenhead and apparently travelled 5.5 miles to a police station when there was one just 3 minutes away. But that's just my suspicious mind at work, I suppose. Also, the inspector was allegedly pouring with blood from lacerations to his face and head, so wouldn't have been able to drive, which makes me wonder if Stephanie had insurance to drive his car. Again, my suspicious mind. But the trial is still ongoing, and I'll bring you more when I can. If you found this report informative or interesting, please show your support with a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. If, of course, you don't want to add a comment, you could always just leave an emoji. YouTube will still take that as engagement and it will help the channel. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, and please consider subscribing, as 68% of you who watch my videos are non-subscribers. Can you imagine how well we'd do if you guys actually subscribed as well? It would be amazing. But whatever you do, make sure you do stick around for future videos.